GamesWeasel.com. Review.
Before I begin this review, let me just get one thing out of the way. GoldenEye on the N64 was great, but only at the time. If you played it now, I'm sure you'd be disappointed and realise you saw it through those rose-tinted spectacles. Right, on to Quantum of Solace. The licence is now with Activision, after EA's been making a quick buck with lazy James Bond licences for the last few years. Treyarch are now the developers, and the Call of Duty 4 engine is used in this first-person shooter that pops into third-person when you find cover, so you can see Daniel Craig's knick-knack-shaped head sulking as he reloads. The good news is that the controls are smooth and the Gears of War style cover system works very well. The graphics are acceptable, including the very good likeness of Craig himself. Even the musical score is better than David Arnold's movie score. At least it uses parts of the Bond theme to make it feel like you're playing as James Bond himself and not as Jason Bourne. What is particularly strange about this game though is that you actually don't get to play through many of the scenes of the new movie. After playing for about an hour, you're already near the end of the film's plot, so the game goes into flashback territory and takes you through the events of Casino Royale, starting with chasing that bomber through that construction site. It's your typical average first-person shooter with some neat touches along the way. There's a great scene where you have to stumble to your car when you get poisoned in the casino, and some good to watch quick-time sequences. This time you can actually watch the action, as the game is very forgiving when it comes to giving you time to hit the correct button in the sequence. There are also plenty of explosives dotted about every level. This makes for some cool explosions which, although don't look too great, still make a big boom and rid the area of enemies. They literally go flying. There's also a bit of stealthy gameplay chucked in for good measure, and throwaway mini-games when it comes to hacking into computers or breaking locks on doors. There's nothing absolutely stunning in this game, however Activision have succeeded in making a game that Bond fans will enjoy for a short while, and I do mean short. You can actually finish the game in less than 5 hours, even 4 if you race through it. The game's also incredibly easy. Although your health bar drains rapidly when shot, if you duck round a corner, it fills up again just as quickly. Thankfully there are some fun multiplayer modes to try out when you finish with the single player game, but maybe it's not worth buying this at full price. If you rent it, you'll easily finish it in a weekend. However, Quantum of Solace did manage to charm me somewhat, so it gets a very good 7 out of 10.
You've been watching a review from Games Weasel. If you want to get the show each week, which includes video game reviews, news, previews, competitions and special features, then head over to GamesWeasel.com for our video podcast, Games Weasel TV.
GamesWeasel.com.